It all started out of nowhere. I slept on Friday, Saturday I woke up, and that's when everything started. So what if it's like that again? I wake up and I'm paralyzed, or I can't do things myself anymore. And then after the seizures, we went to a second sangoma. Because kunani bang loyang, and bang loya because babatlo utlwisa mme wa ka bohloko, and they just wanna stop my life. And when I heard that, I was heartbroken that, okay, these people, of course it's not people from Kontle, it's people close by. It's the stroke symptoms plus the inability to breathe. I can't breathe at all. I have to fight for my breath. Then I was taken to a different hospital. That was around March. When we get to the hospital, same thing happens. They panic thinking it's a stroke. They are calling doctors, should we call it a stroke protocol or what? No, the doctor comes and says, no, it's not a stroke.
Usisizothi ubani wakuphi?
Kalibitso ke Tebatso Ntsamayi, and I was born and raised in Naturena. But at the moment I stay in Braamfontein because I'm a student at FITS.
Oh, nice. Nice. What are you studying at FITS?
I'm studying Bachelor of Arts in Psychology.
Oh, nice. Nice, yeah.
I'm doing my second year.
Oh, powerful. How's it going?
Yeah, it's on and off, man. There's always that feeling of, I'm a student, which is nice. And then there's that feeling of there's too much pressure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think as you progress with life, you will start to look at the pressure differently.
Yes.
Because it always reminds you that there's purpose where there's pressure, especially if it's pressure that seeks to push you at a certain destination. So, yeah, man, we're grateful to have you. What brings you here today?
So I suffer from depression, and it was very difficult for it to be discovered because I didn't know I had it. My family didn't know I had it. And how I found out was very painful because, well, it started in October of 2025. I was diagnosed with PCOS. So PCOS is kind of like a disorder of the womb. It affects the womb, and it affects fertility. So it affected me very badly. It broke my heart because I would love to be a mother one day. Everyone around me knows how much I love babies and how much I would love to be a mother. So when I found out that I had PCOS, I asked myself questions like, if I'm not here to have babies, then why am I here? Why am I studying? Why am I building such a future? I have a business, but what is it for if I'm not gonna have a little one, a mini me to inspire? And then in December, I don't quite remember the date, but then one day, well, it was a Friday, I slept. I was very healthy. I was very well. And then Saturday when I woke up, the moment I raised my head, I was hit by a migraine. And it only lasted like 2 seconds. And then it went off. So I brushed it off and I drank water, continued on with my day. My mother, my sister and I went to GWM Family Festival. So throughout the day, the 2-second headache kept coming on and off, on and off. And then they were like, drink grandpa, do this, do that. By the time we got to the festival, when we were still entering, my lips started getting numb. And I tell my mom that my lip on the left is numb. And then we were like, okay, now we can't do much. We still continued with the festival. We went in. The headache now is getting bad and it's like throbbing. It's a migraine, and I can hear, but I can't articulate. What they're saying to me is confusing. And I'd tell my mom that I do not understand what you're saying to me. A person could simply say, my name is, but I wouldn't understand them. And throughout the day, the performances and all of that, but I did not enjoy that day because of the pain, the headache that was there throughout the day. The people around us were like, drink grandpa. I drank it. It only lasted 2 seconds. A headache came back. To sniff, to open up my sinuses. I did that. It didn't help. Go stand in front of someone that's smoking cigarette for the tobacco to open up. Still nothing. The only thing that I could say helped at that time was chewing on ice. And then around 6 p.m., the festival was about to end. My face starts drooping. It's like a stroke. It starts drooping, and I'm trying not to panic, and I keep quiet because I can see that my sister and my mother are enjoying their day, and I don't want to ruin it. So I keep quiet. But now then my mom ends up seeing me, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, the headache is gone, but I can feel I could feel my face melting." And then we left. When we got home, my mom asked me, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay." She gives me antidepressants because she has her own. She gives me one to relax. I take one and everything stops. After an hour or so, it starts again. Then she's like, "Should I take you to the hospital?" We go to the hospital, and as soon as I get there, there's panic and casualty because they think it's a stroke. I go in and they take tests and all. And the doctor that was on casualty on that night said, "No, it's not a stroke. It might be a TIA, a minor stroke, but not a full-on stroke." And then they admitted me. I stayed in the hospital for a full week, and I got admitted on Saturday, and then because on Sundays there's not usually any activities in hospital. Monday, that's when I started getting tested, like MRIs, blood tests, CAT scans, everything, every type of test, MRI, ultrasounds, checking the kidneys, they checked everything, every possible thing, and all of the results came back normal. So during that week, on a Wednesday, I had a dream, Wednesday night, I had a dream, and someone was telling me that you will not find help in hospital. It's spiritual. And then I tell my family, and we didn't act on it immediately. So I was prescribed antidepressants for like 6 months, chronic medication. I continue with the medication. So after 2 months, I start getting sick. But now it's the stroke symptoms plus the inability to breathe. I can't breathe at all. I have to fight for my breath. Then I was taken to a different hospital. That was around March. When we get to the hospital, same thing happens. They panic thinking it's a stroke. They are calling doctors. Should we call it a stroke protocol or what? No, the doctor comes and says, "No, it's not a stroke." Okay, they run tests. With the second hospital, they ran the test immediately. They took me to the MRI immediately, and they took the blood test. The doctor comes back and says, "We can't find anything, and for that reason, they're not going to admit me." While I was in hospital, I start shaking. And then the doctor says it's probably because it's cold. Maybe you're feeling cold. And I'm like, I know the feeling. Yaw shaker because and this is not it. I'm shaking. And the doctor says they can't do anything because they can't see anything.
Sure.
Then only after then, that's when my mom decides to take a step in the spiritual part of it. And I went to hospital on a Thursday, and then Saturday, we went to a Sangoma. And when we got there, he only asked for my name and surname. And then he mentioned everything that has happened to me, including the womb problems, saying you have irregular periods because of this and this and that. And in the future, you're going to have seizures. So I'm going to have to fight this. Because Honani bang loyang. And bang lawyer because babatlo utlwisa mme wa ka bohloko. And they just wanna stop my life. And when I heard that, I was heartbroken that, okay, these people, of course it's not people from Kontle, it's people close by. So it broke my heart. Why me? And it got to a point where you are targeting something I love so much. My womb is like, that one just broke me. And when I went back home, so I've always been the type to keep quiet. So I acted like I was okay in the car on the way with my mom. And yeah, ke ntse ke bua le ena gantle mara ka mogare a ke sharp. So I'd get to my room and cry on my own and all of that. And I could see the build up because from Khale, I've been the type, if someone does something wrong to me, I keep quiet. And I let the grudge build up and build up and build up. So maybe now that I've grown, the stress, skolo, and all of this made me sick. And now I'm having a fear. I'm in and out of hospital and the doctors don't know what's happening. And then in June, I was admitted again. But this time it was seizures. The seizures started.
Like the Sangoma had said.
Yes, like the Sangoma had said. The seizures started. I black out, and then when I wake up, I have a seizure. So the day it started, my nephew was the only person in the house. He's 12 years old. But my mom was like a few houses away. So he was able to go call my mom. And when I was having a seizure, I could see and hear what they're saying, but now I can't do anything. I'm shaking. And it was heartbroken seeing how the people around me are panicking and everything. They took me to hospital and they took tests again. This time I stayed for 2 weeks in hospital, and same thing. They don't see anything and they don't know what's happening. That's when they decide to take me to a psychologist. And then the psychologist says it's probably anxiety, I'm anxious, and depression. So when I get anxious, my body just retaliates. And because I've been holding in so many things for so many years, that it's just tired. My body's just tired and it needs to rest.
Sure.
So I go for therapy and everything, but in all honesty, I'm always scared. Am I gonna wake up normal tomorrow, or am I gonna wake up paralyzed? Because sometimes my legs stop working. Sometimes I can't speak. So I ask myself, ke tlo tsoga ke le normal like today? Because it all started out of nowhere. I slept on Friday, Saturday I woke up, and that's when everything started. So what if it's like that again? I wake up and I'm paralyzed, or I can't do things myself anymore. And then after the seizures, we went to a second Sangoma, and now they're telling me a different story. And then that's where I lost hope. Guys, you are telling me different stories. You are confusing me. You are depressing me on your own. I don't know if, honestly, it's spiritual. If it is spiritual, and honestly, I would want a stranger to come up to me and tell me, this is what they want from you. Or maybe appear in a dream like it appeared in December. It's spiritual. But now, this one, I have a spiritual gift. And then this one, no bang lawyer. So which is which? I don't know which direction to take. And I also stress on the fact that my mom has to take out the money for all of that. Because the first one, the consultation was 250, and then he said the cleansing was 1.5. And then the second one, the consultation, they paid 700 rand, and for the cleansing, 4,000.
Sure.
We're not going to pay 4,000, because what if it doesn't help? What if it's not spiritual? So I decided to block out the spiritual part of it and accept that, okay, I need depression and this is what it can do to my body. I did research and I found out that there's a disease, a disorder, a functional neurological disorder, which is caused by depression and anxiety or stress when your body is too tired, because they say anxiety is when your body has too much energy and it doesn't know where to store the energy. So it just exhausts your body. And I was like, okay, go check in an FND, because when I look at the videos, the clips of the functional neurological disorder, it's what happens to me. And it's really scary. It's really scary. And so everything.
Sorry to cut you. The first initial healer that you went to.
Yes.
When did you go back to him?
Yes, we did. We did go back to him. we went back after the seizures had started, and then he said because the seizures had started, that means the first cleansing did not work, and we're gonna have to do another one. Now that's more money.
But why are we getting charged? Because what we had paid for didn't work.
That's the thing. I don't know. So that's why we didn't go back for the cleansing koyena, because we went there and what I was expecting the same energy that he gave us when we got that first Tori. He only asked for my name and surname, and then he told me what's happening. But now when I came back, he's asking me for the update, of which now I was expecting, okay, the cleansing didn't work. Now you need to do this and this and this. But no, when I got there, I had to describe to him, I have seizures now. And he says, oh, seizures, epilepsy. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that it's epilepsy on the diagnosis form, but the doctor says it's not epilepsy. And then he says, yeah, for the cleansing to remove the seizures before we continue with other procedures. Excuse me. And then, yeah, that's what he said, and then we left.
Sure.
And we never went back.
So, besides your mom, what other support systems do you have? Abomalume, maybe other people around you?
I have my sister, my grandmother, my boyfriend here, and my friends, my two friends. So my boyfriend Apagame he's also here. He's seen me through the worst. He's supported me, and you would have expected by now utswile, because now it's too much for him. But no, he stays and he's always there for me. And then my friends Tebatso and Abongile as well.
Okay.
Those are the only people. Those are the only friends. And that's one of the concerns my psychologist had. I only have a few friends. And I explained to him that when I change a place, I leave the people behind. Like, grade 10, I changed to school. I left the friends I had in that school there. I never spoke to them again. And then after matric, it was a group of 4, but I only went up with one. That's Tebatso, my best friend. And then my psychologist asked me, why do I do that? And I said, I don't know. But for some reason, I feel peaceful when I do that. Because I feel like, and he said, that might kind of be a red flag that I don't socialize a lot. So he said I should try socializing. And so I am trying to socialize. Abongile is a very social person, so she has friends. So I told her, like, okay, can I join you guys? Hey, and just to socialize and maybe go out more and all of that. And they said yes, they have accepted me with open arms and all of the stuff. But I'm yet to learn some of the friends that I recently started having. Yeah.
In your effort to communicate, do you find it difficult?
I find it very difficult to communicate. I'm not that well with communication, especially about my feelings or emotions. It's very difficult because growing up, I go to my room. And that's it. But after eating, I go back to my room.
Okay.
And then my grandmother once asked, like, the whole family, is Tebatso okay? This child is always isolated. And they're like, maybe it's teenage stage. But then they realized, no, I always want to be in my room. So then I asked myself, did the depression start very from because, you know, when parents divorce, the psychologists tend to say that affects kids, but they might not know it at that time because they are young, they don't understand what's happening. Mara yaba affect her. And then I look at how, yes, there are a few questions I ask myself, like, okay, my parents got divorced, they were not happy, of which I understand. And then I feel like, okay, my siblings got time with our father, but I did not have that much time with our father because they divorced while I was still young, and he was not always there, really. He was on and off, but now he's trying. But I wouldn't say my relationship with my father is as the same as their relationship with my siblings. So, yeah, even with my stepfather is nonchalant. And he's not really good with emotions and comforting and all of that. So, but I don't know if their divorce affected me or anything.
From your childhood as you were growing, what would you say is the most pressing memory? This just makes you feel uneasy when you remember it. I want to just get somewhere. I just want to sort of understand the most uncomfortable memory you have as a child growing up.
My mother has said things to me out of frustration. So, yeah, it broke my heart, and I never forgot it. I never forgot the words. She once said, she feels like I'm a burden, and if I was not born, she would have been driving her dream car. So ever since then, I felt like I can't one motto, like anyone. So I fight for independence. Like I fight for independence. Go higher, they know it's difficult for me to ask for money. If I ask for money, they know that I'm desperate for it. It's I do not just ask anyone for money because I fight for independence. Hence now I have a business. It is slow, but it's something. And then, the beginning of this year, I spoke up about it because my mother and my sister were worried about how I'm always buying clothes on Shein and stuff, and they were worried about like how I don't talk. Like ha ke hloka tjhelete, a ke ba bolelle. I'm always worrying about hore skolo so patalwa jwang. What if NSFAS defunds me and who's gonna pay all of that? And they were shouting at me. Hore, stop stressing. Then I got frustrated. Hore, you can't be shouting at me. I feel like I am this independent. I'm fighting for the independence that I'm fighting for because of what you said, because I don't want to be a burden, like you said I was. Kanti, she forgot that she once said that, and she explained to me, "Oh no, when like I didn't mean it in that way. I was just frustrated. I was just mad and all of that." And then we fixed things, and yeah, her and I are okay now. But I am very much aware that she's worried about me, and she's stressing because she's also the type to stress and get sick and get admitted when she's depressed, or because while she was going through a divorce with my father, she was in and out of hospital. So maybe also that as well affected me, that I would come back from school and my mom is not home. I asked my older siblings, Mama guy, and my sister would be like, oh, go spetlele. And my sister is 15 years older than me. So at that time, she was the one taking care of us when our mother was in hospital. And my brother, so they'll try to comfort us, but I would be worried, okay, Mama udula spetlele, is it a normal thing or what? Because and then I only understood when I was older that she was always in hospital because of depression after the divorce.
Okay.
Yeah.
So taking you back to that moment when your mom told you what she had told you.
Yes.
When you received it, what was your response to those words?
I kept quiet. Every time they habang chika, I keep quiet. I humble myself and I just keep quiet. Yeah.
So in your silence, what then happened? So she tells you what she tells you, you receive it, process it in your mind, it hurts you, you're quiet in that moment. What then happens after? What was the next thing to happen? What did she say?
I don't quite remember the exact things that happened, but I know in my brain what I was thinking was like, okay, if that's how she felt, then why was I born? Because I didn't ask for me to be born. And then growing up, I realized, well, no, man, my mom actually struggled to raise my siblings and she made sure we went to private schools or Model C schools because she wants the best for us and all of that. And then as much as Achilon too, and then I would look at the good side of things, the words would still linger in my head. She said this, but does she feel that way all the time? Because now my psychologist. When I told my psychologist about it, he was like, "Okay, but now how do I feel about it when I see her buying her cars? She buying new cars and all of that, and because I know her dream car is a Mercedes Benz, I would love to buy her one day." And then my psychologist asked, "Gore ke feel jwang ha ke bona a reka di Omoda wa thaba?" Mara my psychologist asked, "Don't I feel like, okay, una batla Mercedes, iseng Omoda, and then no o reka Omoda because I'm here?" And I'm like, I actually didn't look at it that way. I never looked at it in that manner. When she buys a car, I'm very excited because she also goes for Rona. And when now I look at her, bana ba hae ba kaofela ba godile, ke last born and I'm a 20-year-old. Re godile. Abuta konan her apartment, his apartment, unan koloi ya hae, also konan koloi, unan ntlo, banan ban. Like we all have our lives, and it's because she raised us that way. Because she would come back and tell us that people ask her, "Gore o godisa jwang bana ba hae?" Because we are all respectful and we are all hustlers. We work hard. We fight for school as well. We are educated and total well. And she just says, I just talk to my kids, I lecture them and all of that. So I forgave her for those words. And I feel like because this year, that's when I got to actually talk to her about it. It actually helped.
How old were you when it happened? How old were you when it happened?
I was probably like grade 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it change your image of her?
No.
Did you see her the same after she had told you that?
Yes.
Was she still the same mom to you?
Yes, she was still my mom.
Still felt the same way about her? You loved her the same?
Yes, definitely.
How did those words affect you now? Because they landed on you. So when you received them,
they made me want to fight for independency, and now I keep at least of which it's burdening me. Hore ke batla go iketsetsa dilo ke sa gone, a ke gone kopa mama tšhelete ke a tshaba, because I'm like, I gore ke a tshaba because I have that pride in me gore no, I want to be independent, because I don't want to feel like ke morwalo mo bathong. And at home they've always told me that you can ask for money, it's fine, we will give you. Mara na I don't want to, because I feel like I'm gonna feel like I'm a burden.
Yeah.
Because they might need the money, and then I only ask for money when I'm desperate for it. Because this year she shouted at me for not asking for money for winter clothes. She had to call me and say, "Let's go buy clothes because you're not asking for money for winter clothes."
Sure.
And all of that. And I said, okay, sure.
I find that in your reasoning, you look for reasons why things happen. You look to justify why certain things would have happened.
Exactly.
So, for example, the question would have been, how did it affect you when it happened? So your stress response was, I look for independence. But in the pursuit of independence, you don't dig deep into how you feel when the thing happens. You get me?
Yes.
So your mind automatically goes to the solution.
Yes.
We don't look at how the thing impacted us. The response would be, I was broken. The response would be, I was very sad. I was emotionally torn apart. And that's now the hurt.
Yes.
You feel it, but you don't address it. In your response, you're looking for the solution, which is the independence, which now pushes you to skip a critical step in acknowledging the impact or the damage that you have been through.
Yes.
You get me? Even with regards to your experiences with what you're going through now,
Yes.
you don't feel a lot. Maybe you do. It's just that you don't speak about the
Acknowledge them.
feelings aspect of things that you go through. Things like, words like, I was very sad, I was very hurt, I was very traumatized. These speak to you acknowledging the internal mechanisms that allows you to function. In our conversation, you skip that a lot. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, I do.
You skip that a lot. And most of what therapists try to do is come to a point where they make you recognize the steps that you would have skipped in your healing or in your analysis of the situation. Hey, I'm not a professional, but I have done a lot of internal work that has made me realize the same thing, that we reason a lot, but we don't feel, or we don't acknowledge how we feel about something.
Yes.
When you talk to your loved ones, even including your boyfriend, is there a time where you tell him how you feel without getting to the solution?
No.
Where you just tell someone how you feel, like literally without saying, this is what I'm going to do about it, but just talking about how you're feeling.
No, I always look for a solution. If we kere maybe re batla dijo, I'm not gonna say yo ke kgathetse or I'm sad that we can't afford certain things. I'll just say, let's make a plan, let's start a business, let's look for a solution. That's how I am. I never tell people, I'm not feeling okay today. I'm not feeling happy. I'm feeling sad. I never acknowledge that. I never clear it up to people. Because beginning of this year, around Feb, I tried committing suicide, and I only told my mother in June after I got admitted. But I still did not tell her that I'm in hurt. I'm hurting because of what's happening. I didn't tell her that I'm fearing for my life. I didn't tell her go botlhoko, knowing or thinking I might not be a mother, or ke bona ka re bophelo ba ka bo tsamaye, my business is not moving. The only thing that's happening that's okay are my academics, and other than that, my life is just and my academics, my relationships, my friendships, those are the only things that are keeping me going. I don't tell people that I like because ke bona ka re I'm not doing anything to help anyone or to because what my mom noticed about me is that I take in people's problems. So if someone were to tell me that, look, it's been 2 months, kesna dijo, I'm gonna worry about that person. I'm gonna stress about them. Whether I know you or not, I'm gonna stress about it, and I'm gonna want to help you, even though I don't have the ability, I don't have matla go thusa. Yeah, because like earlier today, I came across a guy. I don't know if they were true or not, but to me, they seemed genuine because he was crying. He says he needs donations for him to book a bed at a homeless shelter. He lost a job and he needs money to book. He needs 40 rand to book a bed for today. And the whole day, okay, Sharp, I donated to him today. Is he gonna get donations tomorrow? Is he eating? In Jwalo. Yesterday, I came across, and I was in an Uber ride. The Uber driver was telling me, there's a girl that's complaining about accommodation, o patala tšhelete e ngata, and now she can't buy herself food, she can't buy herself needs. And I asked the Uber driver to share the numbers so that re metsetse plan nna le mama for dula, because now I'm stressing. Earlier today, I called my mother to check did they end up calling? Is everything okay? Did you guys end up speaking? And mom said no, they didn't call. So I still question myself: is she okay? Is she eating? Where is she safe?
Yeah.
I'm that type of person to take in people's problems, but I don't want to tell people my problems. It's not easy for me to tell people my problems. It's not easy for me to cry mo pela batho ke ba jwetse gore ke hloka dijo, ke hloka eng. It's an example. Gore ke hloka eng, ke hloka thuso mentally because I can see that I'm not okay. It's not easy for me to ask for help. It's not easy for me to express and acknowledge my feelings.
Yeah. So if you've heard people talking about things like journaling, and a lot of people take it lightly, but that is just you talking to yourself and opening up to yourself about certain things that would have happened to you, which you have not thought about yet, right?
Yeah.
So you would then take a pen and basically write about how you think. For example, it's not really that deep. It's just you analyzing how your mind works and being able to recognize the triggers that set you off. But a lot of people use journaling for different reasons. So this is some of the work that I had come to do, just to sort of figure out how my internal system functions. And the discovery thereof was to say that I recognize and realize a lot of what's happening pretty much like how you do. But I don't rationalize. I recognize, but I don't rationalize. Because I do not rationalize things that happen around me, I don't package them well internally. So I would know that, this dude said something very bad to me yesterday, and that would just linger. I would not take it a step further to say, what does that mean to me? There's a lot of people who need my help that come to the channel. There's a big distinction between me helping those people and helping them to a certain extent, or even starting the initiative to help them. There's layers to it. So I think a deep part of what I feel you need to do now, I'm giving you my inputs. I usually leave this till later. But a deep part of what you need to do is connect with your inner self. Because you are very external. You are very solution oriented. You are not really analyzing what's happening internally, right? Your mind has sort of figured out a mechanism to resolve whatever it is, to function beyond what is happening internally. And that's what I feel maybe might be causing the anxiety and the stress that you're going through, because that part of your personality or that part of your side is piling. When someone hurts you, you need to actually look at how does that make you feel, and what is it that person did, what is it that offended you. There's people that are matured would say, I want to talk to you, man. I personally was very hurt by what you did yesterday. I felt that you did 1, 2, 3, 4, and it made me feel 1, 2, 3, 4, and it makes me feel that's maturity. But a lower sense of maturity says, I want to talk to you, man. I forgive you for what you did yesterday. That's not resolving the issue. So that's my input to you. But my question again to you is, why do you feel you want to share this right now? You're going through what you're going through. You're probably a very reserved person. Never speak out. But today you decided, I want to talk. Why?
It started with my TikTok, right? I wanted to bring out awareness for depression, stress, and anxiety can kill you. And not only through suicide, but it can kill your body slowly but surely without you even being aware, because our symptoms can present themselves differently. So I wanted to make people aware, guys, be careful of how you deal with certain things. Deal with your depression and stress and awareness. And I also started my vlogging wanting to help and look for solutions on how to deal with depression and mental health as a whole. As well as PCOS, because with PCOS, they give you contraceptives to regulate your periods. And contraceptives also mess up with women's hormones, which can lead to depression as well. So I want to bring that out there to people, that there's other alternatives to dealing with PCOS than contraceptives, because not only do they cause depression, they can also cause painful periods, and you might not even be used to painful periods. The painful periods as well might cause a problem, because the pain might trigger your body so much that your body just reacts badly to them. So I want to bring awareness to people about that, on mental health and female health as a whole. Yeah.
Deep. Someone might be going through what you're going through, and they don't even know.
Yes.
That we just know this person to be very moody. Yeah, she's troublesome. This one, I don't even want to talk to her. Why? Because she's dealing with what you're dealing with.
Yes.
And to not know what you are dealing with is a very painful thing. To have doctors not know what your problem is. It's a very frustrating thing. So I'm grateful that God blessed you with the knowledge and the understanding to do your own research and figure your way around what it is that you're dealing with.
Yes.
Would you say that after you had discovered the actual diagnosis, like after you had come to the knowledge that you have, are you better?
I am. I actually am. Especially with this week, I felt much better. I felt like I don't feel weak anymore. I don't feel sick, because from December I was never normal. I would be exhausted on some days. Some days my body is painful. Some days I'm just. But this week I was nekele sharp. For the first time in a long time, I was okay. And I even told my boyfriend, "Fetso, I'm okay and I'm feeling happy and it's exciting me." And yeah, I felt like.
What would you say you are doing differently? What constitutes to you feeling better? Is there anything that you're doing?
I found something that I enjoy and that is helping me deal with my stress. I'm venting out. I'm actually speaking up now, because on my vlogs I talk what's happening to me, and then people comment on how to help me. Some comment they are going through this and I'm able to help them. Sometimes I get DMs from people saying, "Oh, I'm going through the same. I'm so grateful for the post you posted because it's helping me." And I love helping people, so it makes me happy to see that, people are actually getting help from my videos.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No, thank you so much. I think, I don't know, before I close, I want to give you an opportunity to speak to and say what's at the core of your heart. This is your opportunity now to say whatever you feel you wanted to say. I'm just putting down the stage now for you to say whatever it is that you feel you want to say to anyone who's watching, whether it be your fans, your family. What would you like to tell them?
To my family, I would like to say I'm thankful for them. They raised a very wonderful woman. I love them so much. Thank you for their support in every way possible. And I promise hore and then to my boyfriend, I'm so grateful, Bandla. Please don't leave me. If you leave me, please don't leave me.
I'll come for you.
I'm so grateful. If it wasn't for him, I don't know if I would have coped, especially staying at Res. And thank you to my best friends, Tebatso and Abongile. And to the people watching, I'd like to say, guys, spread kindness, respect one another. You don't know what another person is going through, so don't be rude to people. Don't look down on people, because you don't know what they are going through, what their life is like. Don't idolize people, because you don't know what they did to get to where they are. And love one another and spread kindness. Kindness is what is needed, honestly, because you over rude to someone and they're already having a bad day and they just want to end their lives. So I just want to say, be kind to each other and spread respect and love and
Thank
care.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
kindness is the medicine.
Yes.
Yeah. So at a certain point in time, when one is not doing well or feeling well, all they need is kindness.
Yes.
All they need is a spark of joy.
Yes.
And I resonate with that. And be the light in another person's life. Be selfless, and yeah, which is what you are. I really appreciate the fact that you came out to speak to us and share, that intimate side of yourself. And we give you a thumbs up, man. You're part of the Hope Revolution family. You're welcome now. You're just, if I had a badge or a shirt, I'd just throw it to you. You deserve it. But my parting message to you is, you just need to be better friends with yourself.
Yes.
Sometimes the world does not give you what you expect it to. And all that you need is already there. All the joy, all the love, all the excitement, all the passion, everything you need is here. So connect with yourself, dig between the layers of yourself, seek to understand the inner being, the person who feels. You'd be a very good business person because you don't feel. That's a good thing and a bad thing. So
Yes.
I think my parting words to you would be to say, connect with the emotional side of yourself. Be intimate with yourself, in the perspective that you uncover the hidden layers of, the person inside. So maybe that also is advice to you to say, it's good to not feel, it's good to feel. There must be a balance that we strike as people. We are not Terminators. We're not Robocops or whatever it is that we think we are. We are human beings with feelings, and we must connect with ourselves before we connect with the world. A person who knows themselves understands their limit. A person who understands themselves knows when to stop or when to start. They, are at a higher level of self-awareness. And this is what the episode comes to remind me and you to do. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and sharing, because I know by now you've already commented. You've told us where you are watching from. You've told us what you're struggling with. If you haven't, now is the opportunity before we close. But if you want to sit with me and join the Hope Revolution family and be a face that people are acquainted to, don't hesitate to contact us on the number that's showing on the screen. Otherwise, we have been so blessed to have shared this moment with my sister and you as well. We thank God for that. Without wasting any more time, from my beautiful guest, the team in studio, it's bye for now.